What happens when a Justin Bieber impersonator fools an entire Las Vegas nightclub into thinking he's the real superstar? You might think it's funny or maybe even genius. But the Wynn Resort didn't laugh. They slapped the fake Bieber with a lifetime ban. Today, we're breaking down exactly what happened, why it caused such a stir, and what it says about fame, impersonators, and the high-stakes world of Las Vegas nightlife. Las Vegas is no stranger to celebrity impersonators. In fact, the city has built part of its identity around lookalikes, Elvis Presley imitators, Michael Jackson doubles, and even Marilyn Monroe impersonators have been performing here for decades. But what went down at the Wynn Resort in August 2023 wasn't part of a tribute act or a stage show. This was an elaborate con carried out inside one of the most famous nightclubs in the city, and it fooled not only fans, but also professional staff who are trained to spot celebrities. The story begins on the night of August 18th at the XS nightclub inside the Wynn. It was just another night of music, lights, and partying. Behind the decks was DJ Griffin, a regular performer who has built a strong following in Vegas. Everything seemed normal until a group of people approached him backstage. They claimed to be Justin Bieber's entourage, explaining that Bieber himself wanted to make a surprise appearance on stage. Now, in Las Vegas, surprise celebrity performances do happen. Stars like Drake, The Weeknd, and even Bieber himself have been known to pull unexpected stunts at clubs. For a DJ like Griffin, this would be a dream opportunity. Imagine being the guy who let Justin Bieber hop on stage for a once-in-a-lifetime set. The crowd would go wild, and the moment would live on forever online. So, Griffin agreed. Minutes later, the so-called Justin Bieber walked on stage. In reality, it was a man named Delo, a Bieber impersonator who had crafted his entire persona around looking and acting like the pop star. Dylan didn't just show up alone. He had created an entire act, a fake security team, fake assistants, and a fake entourage. They carried themselves with the confidence of true celebrity handlers, making the deception even more believable. For a few moments, it actually worked. Fans in the crowd cheered, phones went up in the air, and social media posts began to spread. Some people genuinely believed Bieber had just surprised the club. Griffin later admitted in a TikTok video that he fell for it too. He did mention that something felt off, even joking. "I kind of thought he had put on some weight since the album dropped." But in the chaos and excitement of the night, there wasn't much time to question it. However, the illusion quickly unraveled. Wynn security eventually realized that this wasn't the real Bieber. The man on stage didn't have the credentials, wasn't on any guest lists, and most importantly, wasn't verified by Bieber's actual management team. The fake Bieber was swiftly escorted off stage, and Dylan's night of fame ended just as quickly as it began. But the fallout didn't stop there. Wynn Resorts issued a formal statement the next day. They explained that Dylan and his advanced team had carried out a multi-step ruse to gain access to the XS stage. They admitted that staff had been misled in the process, but they made it clear that once the error was discovered, Dylan was removed from the property immediately. Then came the hammer. Delo was officially banned for life from all Wynn Resort properties. This wasn't just a ban from the nightclub, it was a ban from every Wynn hotel, casino, and resort around the world. For Dylan, who clearly thrives on attention and the glitz of celebrity culture, being blacklisted from such a major entertainment empire is a huge consequence. So why did Wynn come down so hard on him? The answer lies in two words: trust and security. Las Vegas thrives on celebrity appearances. Stars are often paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to show up at nightclubs, perform a song, or even just hang out in VIP sections. When fans buy tickets, when high rollers spend money at tables, they expect authenticity. If word got out that a Vegas resort had been tricked by an impersonator, it could damage their credibility. There's also the safety angle. Imagine if someone impersonated a celebrity not for laughs, but with dangerous intentions. Security teams are trained to prevent threats, and the fact that Dylan and his fake crew made it past checkpoints raised red flags. Wynn needed to make an example out of him to prove that such lapses won't be tolerated. What makes this story even more interesting is how it ties into the long history of impersonators in Las Vegas. For decades, lookalikes have been a part of the city's culture. Elvis impersonators alone number in the thousands, and visitors often book shows specifically to see these tribute acts. But the difference is that those impersonators tend to actually be the celebrity. They perform under the banner of entertainment, not deception. Dylan, on the other hand, crossed the line by presenting himself as the real Justin Bieber in a real-world environment where it actually mattered. Public reaction to the incident has been mixed. On social media, some people find it hilarious, calling Dylan a legend for pulling off one of the boldest pranks of the year. Others think it's reckless and even dangerous, pointing out that pretending to be a celebrity in restricted areas isn't just a prank. It could be considered trespassing or even fraud. Some legal experts have chimed in, noting that while impersonating a celebrity isn't illegal on its own, using that impersonation to gain access to private property could definitely cross into criminal territory. Meanwhile, DJ Griffin hasn't been shy about sharing his embarrassment. In his TikTok video recounting the night, he laughed about how easily he was fooled, but also admitted he was stunned by the lengths Dylan went to. His video has gone viral, racking up millions of views and adding fuel to the already hot conversation. As for Justin Bieber himself, he hasn't commented on the situation, at least not publicly. But for someone who's been impersonated countless times before, this probably isn't new. Bieber has millions of fans, and many of them copy his look, his outfits, and even his mannerisms. But this case is different because the impersonation wasn't just about fandom. It was about gaining access, tricking professionals, and disrupting a major event. The bigger question is, what does this mean for the future of impersonators in Las Vegas? Will nightclubs tighten their security? Will they require even stricter verification before letting stars on stage? Some industry insiders say yes. Resorts may now double down on background checks, enforce more detailed guest lists, and require direct confirmation from celebrity management before allowing last-minute appearances. And what about Dylan? For now, he hasn't publicly addressed the incident, and it's unclear whether he'll face legal consequences beyond the lifetime ban. But one thing is certain, he's already gained viral fame. Whether he uses that attention to launch a career as a professional impersonator or simply fades back into obscurity remains to be seen. At the end of the day, this incident is more than just a funny story about a guy pretending to be Justin Bieber. It's a reminder of how powerful fame is in our culture. One man with the right look and enough confidence managed to fool hundreds of people, even professionals, simply by pretending to be someone else. That says a lot about how we view celebrities and how easily the idea of fame can cloud judgment. So why did the Justin Bieber impersonator get banned from the Wynn resort? Because in Las Vegas, where money, trust and reputation are everything, you don't get to play pretend at the expense of the brand. Delo may have had his moment in the spotlight, but in the City of Lights, not every show gets an encore.